Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it's Sunday, so I am here with Scraplift Crafternoon, a hop where a group of my friends get together, find some inspiration, and scraplift it. And this one is by Linda, the scrapbooking photographer. I'm going to document this picture of me and my friends as we say goodbye to New York City. And head back home. I'm going to use the very fitting Vicky Boot and Where To Next collection. I've got plenty of scraps, but I only pulled a couple out because I knew that I could use them. Not a lot of layers and stuff on here, which is perfectly fine. I've got more embellishments. I just hadn't pulled them out when I started recording. Shockaroo. So I've got my papers. I have my embellishments. I have this picture from New Jersey and this layout. So let's see how this goes. So this is officially a picture of New Jersey, but it's us like New York City is in the background. We're on the ferry, or we're at least on the dock or the pier where the ferries are. We've come back and from our lovely adventures in New York City all day on Saturday. This is back in September of 2024. And so I am sticking with very close to this layout that Linda has created. It is very lovely. Of course, she did hers as a Christmas layout. I am definitely not doing that. I am sticking with the concept that she has this background paper and then she's got this larger mat and it's the same as the background paper. I am doing that. I'm even sticking with the black with a pattern and using this black floral. I had another one or multiple in my collection of this, but this one came from the project pad, which is a one-sided paper. And so I used that because it's going to have multiple layers, so it'll get a little bit more thickness. And this way I'm not wasting the back side of a paper since I'm going to be pretty much using the entire thing between the background and this larger bit where the picture's going to sit. So the other thing is I use this right here as a scrap as the little strip she's got going down in the back. Looks like it's got little deer or something on it. I'm going to sneeze. I am so sorry if I sneeze. I feel like coming on. Anyway, I have used another scrap to mat my picture. I wanted to do something a little bit lighter or brighter because it's a darker picture. Like I said, this is us on the pier by the ferry, and we are kind of giving you the idea of walking away and saying goodbye, although we're really walking towards New York. Not that we could walk that way because, there's water there. But we were trying to do some fun kind of artistic pictures. So my friend set her phone up on these little flower boxes that are sitting around and used her timer on her watch to take the picture as we walked off. So it was a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time. I mean, we should have been exhausted, but we were so hyped from coming. We'd just gotten done at a Broadway play, our very first. So it was phenomenal. I'll be documenting more about that in the future. I don't know if it'll be on here or not, but I've got the pictures printed that I've not printed yet or have not scrapbooked yet from our trip to New York. So I'm going to get that done hopefully in the next month or so. And some of that is from the Romeo and Juliet play that we saw on Broadway. But this is right after that. We took an Uber, which I've never been in an Uber in my whole life. And so this is my first time. He took us from New York City to New Jersey, where our car was by the ferry. And so it was super, super fabulous and well worth it because we were going to have to catch like 3 modes of transportation to get back because it was way too late for a ferry because the play wasn't over till like 11 p.m. So anyway, I stick pretty close to Linda's layout with the picture placement. I've got the wood grain, the background paper. She's got this Christmas tree. It's this big embellishment in the bottom left corner, but I'm using this little postcard with the paper and I'm going to use that to journal. I do add this little arrow and this little wordy bit up at the top. This is best experience, just because I wanted a little something else up there and a little bit of color. And I wanted to use that arrow because it's a whole lot of fun. And it's kind of the concept that this is it. We're leaving. We're done. So I've used that title at the bottom that says time to go with the little arrow, and probably is meant to be like time to go, let's get in the car and go to our adventure, but this is more a time to go get in the car and head back home. So I've put a little tag on here. She's got a couple little lines of journaling up on the closer to the top, kind of middle of the right side. I put a tag here and it says name and destination. And I wrote our three names, Ashley, Courtney, and Kristen. And then I wrote, but under destination, I just put back home to Lexington, which is where we're at. And so, and then I'm going to do more journaling on that little postcard that's over there on the bottom left. So she's got like a little tree, a little deer, a little circular gift feature over here on the right side. I moved the little card or gift tag, not gift tag, the little tag down, added a couple of little geo tags, put some more words there instead. To travel is to live. I did stick with the little cluster of stars that she's got. And I'd put them in the same places, except for one of hers is in that top left corner of the black mat. And since mine is floral and it's very busy, you can't really see them there. So I put them over on the wood grain. You really can't see the gold stars, but I'm okay with that. You can see them pretty good right here in the light where you all are. But looking at them right now, well, I guess in a scrapbook, they're going to be just fine. Like, the lighting in here is not as great right now because I've started turning off my lights because I don't need them while I'm doing a voiceover as much. So pretty much I stick with her sketch or her layout pretty darn well. I do think her layout is so cute. This picture is adorable. And I like the concept of the wood grain, and since we're on the wood planks, I thought that was perfect. That's why I turned my wood grain to go horizontal instead of vertical like she has. And I love the way that, and I also picked a darker wood grain. It is a Paper Studio wood grain. I didn't see any in the collection for this, so I just pulled my little packet of wood grain papers out and picked the one that I thought was going to work the best. Other than that, that is it. Added a few little wordy bits here and there, some geotags in some places. Ended up with my enamel accents by Ranger, which I just bought a new set of. Woohoo! You can get them at a cherry on top. They're not very expensive at all, like $5 or $6 or something for a white and black, and I love them so much. Anyway, here is the finished layout. I hope you'll go check out everyone else who is hopping along and scrap lifting. The lovely Linda, the scrapbooking photographer. Her information will be below in the description box, as well as the ladies I scrap lift with. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.